Hi chat, how's it going? Uh, I'm very tired today, so we're gonna be doing kind of a more chill, uh, kind of working on various stuff around here, getting some rooms done, chatting kind of stream. Also, this music isn't the vibe. Let me change it. There we go. There we go. That's the music I love to hear. Oh, we love to hear that. Ah, perfect. What a good way to start the stream. Truly some of the best music Minecraft has to offer. Welcome back. If you think there hasn't been any work done, then you're well, I was gonna say clearly crazy, but clearly right. Yeah. Since the last stream, there's not been anything new. Also, hi everyone. Hi Thomas Magic, and I give up. I don't know anymore. That's such a fair name. So, we've got a bunch of rooms already. I've been looking at the math. Looks like we need about 10 more danger rooms. That's it. And then we can go on to all the different functional rooms, like treasure rooms, altars, shops, healing rooms, and that's kind of it. Like, I could just make a video out of that afterward. I've been trying to do more each video recently. And the issue with that is I keep pushing out how far until next video because I'm like, oh, I can fit a few more things. And I've started to realize that's also just kind of putting all my eggs in one basket, because if I just get unlucky on recommendations for one video, then it's like, wow, that all of that just didn't do very well. So I'm probably gonna make them a little shorter. So that'll be a little bit nicer, so I can try and do them a little more frequently. Which is funny, by a little shorter, I actually just mean we're going back to the original length of the videos that they were a year ago. Before the creep started slowly making it longer and longer. The scope creep goes crazy, but the pins are still peaks. I don't mind. Yeah, the scope has definitely been slowly expanding. We'll get there. We'll get there eventually. I have had to rein myself in so many times. There's so many times I've been like, oh, this will be a cool thing to add, and I'm like, okay, that's gonna genuinely add like 6 months to this process. Because at some point I gotta finish it. And at some point it's gonna release, and at some point we've got to move on to the next thing. Who knows what the next thing is? Honestly, I don't really have it planned, but there will be another. There always will. And hopefully that'll bring a lot of new challenges and a lot of new fun things with it. But we still have a ways to go. Hoping for that 2027 release. I think we're on course for it right now. So, I think we have a lot of good trap rooms. We have a lot of good combat rooms. I think we could just use some parkour rooms, I think is what we're missing. There are definitely some. I think we could use a few more. I think it's the main thing we need. So what do we want to do with that? I think over somewhere here we have a large room that's just full of lava. Yeah, here we go. So I don't want to do that again. That's immediately what comes to mind. Okay, I know one. More chain parkour, perhaps. That's a good point. Do we have chain parkour for this zone? I've had it in every single zone. I don't think we have chain parkour yet. I really think we could use some more. Thank you for the reminder. I can't believe I almost didn't put more chain parkour in this game. There's one in every zone right now. Apparently except this one. I can't believe I'd forget something that essential. Foolish, foolish. Alright, yeah, let's get some chain parkour going. Is here more chain parkour? Yep. Time for a little more chain parkour. I've got to think of something new, though. Because we've had up and down chain parkour. We've had a bunch of little chain parkour. We've had longer chain parkour jumps. What could be new? My first idea goes to head hitter chain parkour. I don't think that's possible. Yes, we love the chain parkour, of course, of course. Hey Jenks, how's it going? God, I love chain parkour. I love chain parkour. I love chain parkour. I didn't know Jinx loved chain parkour so much. That's crazy. More chain parkour? I'm glad everyone's in agreement. More chain parkour. Oh, regular parkour with blocks to replace with chains. So they're like vertical chains. Good point. Good point. Oh, is chat not on screen? Sometimes it just turns itself off. Should be back up now. So one good thing is, I'm just gonna give myself a structure block. This is a structure that's meant to kind of repeat a little bit. So we'll just grab one of our corridors. How about this one? This one seems good. We'll move around some of the stuff on the walls, or we'll, like flip it. Like video finally finished editing, and I hear chain parkour. Yep, Spellcheck video drops tonight. A very fun one. In fact, around the time we finish streaming tonight. So that'll be fun. Future chain parkour. So yeah, that'll be out later tonight. I'm excited for that. That episode is a interesting one for the players. There are decisions made that are monumental ones. So if you've been watching that series, it'll be a very big one. Gareth finds a new staff in that video. I like how that's just fake spoilers. I think we should release more fake spoilers for that show. I think that's what we need. Just lies. Let's see, now I can put this here. Load. Wonderful. A hallway ripe for chain parkour. I really just need to think of how I can take this to the next level. Am I going to put over lava? Probably not, because I think lava's too mean. I think that might just be too far. One thing I can do, though, is we're going to shorten the height to 3. Set the offset to 1. 1. Shorten it by 2 on each side. There we are. Oh wait, now I need to offset this. Oh wait, no. We do actually want -1. I just need this a little bit taller. There we go. Also in episode 35, we finally see Leonara apologize to the orphans because of the thought of the orphans grew way too much on their conscience. Oh yeah. Yeah, that was a good episode that Leonara finally came clean about what they did to all those orphans. Let's see, what actually is the theme for this area? This area is the Ashen Mausoleum. It is a place to permanently entomb a lot of undead, which unfortunately are the ones that are released and the players will be dealing with for this area. I can't fully explain why this is a specific point I needed to add to this game. So that'll have to be a surprise. But there is a reason. see, so then we load and do that. And then I believe we just go down by 2 more. Load again. So now, if I go and do it again, we'll have a nice little area to jump above and fall into. A nice little pit of despair. Everyone needs a good pit of despair in their house. I know I have one. Vision Mausoleum. I only hear the chain parkour area. There's chain parkour in every single area. Because it genuinely is one of my go-tos. There is exactly one chain parkour in every single area. So you'll have to have this stick out by 1. Because there needs to be a way back up. I really don't like how the ladder looks here. There's gotta be another way. How can I make the player go up? There's of course command block with levitation, but that's just one more repeating command block that'll slow things down, so I don't want to do that. Because then I have to do a whole thing about like activating when the player's close and then turning it off later. That's a pain. We're not gonna do that. I could also make some parkour jumps up. Just really easy ones. Because we are using basalt a lot already. I could have it go to like here, have this bit be broken. There we go. So then this goes to here, to here. That goes there. I don't think this is possible because of this. Oh, it is. It is. Yeah, but it's super annoying. Yeah, we won't do that. So I think something like this. I think vines wouldn't quite look right in the nether. There's 2 in Oasis Ruins, isn't there? One is just optional? Oh yeah, technically there are 2. Also, the other starting zone isn't too bad. I believe the only chain parkour there is like the really easy one that's 1 jump. So there are some zones where I just decided to be nice. Just saying. Like, look at this one. Like, this is easy. That's super easy. And then, you know, there's a couple other ones that we just don't need to talk about. Like the... Oh wait, I forgot there actually is a second one in this zone that's really bad. Never mind, I forgot about this room. I forgot. My bad. Okay, maybe some of those other things exist. Who knows if they exist, really? Yeah, we'll put a little bit of this down here. To be nice, I'm just gonna put magma down here. We're not gonna go like full on lava. Because I feel like punishing the player that bad this early. I mean, this is zone 2. For some of the runs. This will be the alternate to Infernal Workshop. So, yeah. Let's see, we don't talk about the one in Coral Sanctum. Honestly, I don't think Coral Sanctum one's that bad. I know that's a hot take. I don't think that one's that bad. Okay, here's what I'm thinking for this chain parkour. I don't think we've had a nice long jump chain parkour. Now, is this possible? Yeah, it's actually really easy. Yeah, that we'll keep that. I think if you lose your momentum, you just can't do it, though. Like, if I go here... Oh, no, you can. Oh, that's not hard at all. I mean, not hard at all for me. I have practice, but yeah, okay. I believe in people. They can do it. I haven't even messed up once yet. It's a little over a 3-block jump technically, because like there's this half a block. That's what I was worried about it. It's a little bit more precise, but I think that should be fine. I just gotta remember that not every player going into this has as much practice. I want it to be like challenging, but not like impossible for an average player to do. And of course, we have our way to get up. Let me just make sure that still works. I don't think I blocked anything, but yep, we're good. One thing I gotta fix is this is a repeating pattern down right now. So we gotta remove all of our candles and fix that. There we are. We're just gonna put like a few candles down here. It can be more dimly lit in the pit. Can bring up a few onto these shelves as well. There we are. This isn't like a super... this zone is a lot more, I guess, architecturally based than detail-based. Like, I think the most detailed one so far has been the Crystal Quarry. Mainly because it is just like an actual cave. This one I kind of want to feel like an endless set of corridors. So I kind of want everything to look a little bit the same and monotonous. So I'm a little bit more willing to have it be a little repetitive like that. I think I have a 2-minute clip from an event. Just messing up a lantern parkour. Oh, lantern parkour is rough. Alright, well there's one room. I believe that brings us up to 20 in this zone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We need 31 to 32 is what most other zones have. So we're getting close. There exists a 10-second fast forward montage of me failing chain parkour. Yeah, I forgot I put that in the video. I still feel vaguely bad about putting that in the video. It was really funny. Because it is, to be fair, it's a pretty hard room. I could maybe slot a room right in here. Ooh. Should I make like a really thin hallway, like 1 block wide, and then put enemies in it? We could make a room where you just have to fight. That could be kind of cool. Could also just make like a room with a Zoglin in it. I'm glad the ideas are really flowing today, which is just put Zoglin in a room. We do have our like cool fireball trap things. Where are they? They're in a few of these rooms. This room doesn't have it. Yeah, this room has it. The netherite pressure plates and these like arrow shooter things. We have those. Yeah, we could have a room with some Neos. I don't think Neos are horrible, to be honest, but... Or we could do like a head hitter room. Because there are head hitters in the other zone that's equivalent to this one. I gotta remember how bad Neos are. One sec. Let me just get a feel for how hard these are again. It's been a bit. Oops. I fully just checked it out. Oh, yeah, that's not too bad. Okay. Maybe it is. Oh no, okay. I could see how, okay, my one issue is this will release so people can play with mobile controls, controller, or computer controls. I do worry about people who aren't on computer for Neos, because they're like so much harder on that control setup. So maybe we wait for like a later zone before we break out Neos. Let's see. Bookshelves like these ones. I mean, that's just like a jump. Just like a normal jump. We could do lanterns. What else do we have? Hmm. I mean, we could just bring up more chain parkour. Let's see. Let me think. What have we not done in this particular zone? We could go take inspiration from some of the other zones. I mean, here's the thing. Inevitably, we're gonna have to reuse ideas. Like, it's gonna happen. Oh, these were kind of cool rooms in this area. The, like, wider areas that you can kind of navigate through. We could do something similar again. I don't know if I have enough room. We'll see. So, what does this entail? This entails a outer wall. Then our inner wall that we put the niches into. We have pillars. Like this. And then I guess we go like here. So there would just be like almost like columns. And then if we had a couple of rooms like this, we could make it so different parts are like covered in ash / basalt. Or then they have like lava in them to jump over. Or just too much lava to be able to jump over, so you have to navigate around. We throw some enemies in there. So pretty much we're doing the same thing as like down there, but kind of in just like a different theme. Unfortunately, there's just only so many combinations of obstacle you can make in this format. That's okay, as long as it's like a different combination, we're good. So we'll have this one be about yay big. Go across here. And then just loop this around. Oh, wait. What have I messed up? Oh, it's this. That's the outer ring. We need this one. Then we go across here. And this will be our basic room layout. Just kind of a larger mausoleum room. I mean, hey, this can fit a lot of bodies. I feel like with how bright and dark this particular scene is right now, it kind of hurts my head a little bit, or eyes. I could make the world a little bit darker, but I think that would just make the whole thing even harder to see. One thing that's nice about this zone is this means there's only one more until we have the first 3 areas all figured out. like both variants, which will be huge. Like that's a huge milestone that we're getting close to. I will admit I don't really know what the bosses are going to be for this zone yet. I have some concepts. I think I actually know what the final one's going to be. I'm not 100% sure. Also, as far as the lore for this area, I have had to alter it a bit because there was something that I considered originally, and then someone pointed out, and then we talked about it on stream a bit, that like I was going to do one way, and now I'm just thinking I'm going to do it a different way. So I've had to alter some things a bit with the lore of this area. And which patron god the people who built it have. Which hasn't actually changed that much. To be honest, I just kind of combined two that already existed. Because I was going to separate the sun god and the star gods. Like, and then it just didn't make sense. So I might have it so there's some like like sects of that particular belief system in this world, but that's the kind of new plan. Which also means this is going to be a domain where the zealot would have probably some additional help. We'll see on that. Oh, this needs to be one taller. How tall do we want these halls? I'm kind of thinking pretty tall. Or maybe I make them short so it's kind of hard to deal with. So I'm thinking either 4 niches tall, so like a decently high room, or just 2. Just 2 would be like a block taller than the ceiling. Because like if I put a niche right here, then we have 1 more. And for anyone who wasn't there on the stream, we discussed this. Niches just as like the shelf you put bodies on in a mausoleum. So like you'd have a skeleton or corpse laid out right here as like their permanent grave. So we could have 2 of these tall, or we could go up way higher. We can have it be this tall. Actually, why don't I just do both? I'll just have a tall one and a short one. I don't know why I'm acting like I have to make like this big choice. Like I could just do both. Cool. Okay, we'll do that in a sec. So I gotta bring up all the walls a bit. Every single one. To a proper height. There we are. That was surprisingly fast. Okay. Let me get these pillars sorted out. Honestly, this is a pretty effective use of space. Like, if I was building a mausoleum, this is a pretty good place to store everything. And by everything, I mean every one. See, a mausoleum seems like a pretty cool place to have your body. I'd be down to just have my body just sit on a shelf in a big old room underground. That seems sick. Caterpillar. It's a catacomb pillar. I might be a little too proud of that one. Also, I think the view bots are back. Unless there are just 16 people here, which if so, hello. But I think the view bots have returned. Because that's weird. Hi everyone. Hello view bots. I thought they had left from their migration after yesterday. I guess not. I say this is quite high viewership stream for such quiet chat. Yeah. That's usually a sign of view bots. The one downside of having view bots is I can't really tell how many there are. And it kind of hurts my actual odds of being able to figure out like real stream analytics. I think more people should just watch the stream though. I mean, I would love it if more people watch the stream. I mean, these view bots clearly have taste. I think it'd be awesome to have more people here. I would love to have chat going at like a speed where I can read it, but like there's like constantly stuff going on. It'll be cool. Like that's like the perfect amount. Because honestly, the reason I love streaming so much more than doing YouTube videos is because it's a really nice like it's almost like YouTube, but like you get to actually interact with people live, and I love that aspect of it. To be honest, I mainly do YouTube videos so I can have more people for streams. Though I still think if I had a bunch of people for streams, I'd still do YouTube videos. I'd just have like someone edit it for me. I'm just not a huge fan of doing YouTube videos, but I love the streaming aspect, so you gotta take the good with the bad. All right. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. Should I start reciting the elements of the periodic table one at a time? I don't know if that's a way to make a more lively chat. I think that's the way to horrify and scare anyone who arrives. I know I would be. Though I guess most of the things we do here would horrify and scare most people who show up in chat, so I don't know if I can really say that normal things wouldn't. Alright, lock. Wow. The periodic table is very nice and not horrifying. I remember in school they tried to make me memorize that. I say tried because I did not. Though I think I still actually did quite well in that class back in the day. Couldn't tell you most things from that. Let's see. Actually, we'll just bring it in like this. Oops. Wrong block. Chemistry's like my thing. I only have like the first try memorized it, or first 30 memorized in order. Hydrogen's first. That's for sure. And then nitrogen, oxygen, helium. What's 4? I feel like helium's 4. No, okay. I tried. There's like certain subjects where if I was asked a question about, I'd know it instantly that like a lot of people wouldn't get. That's not one of them. Chemistry and microbiology were rough. Those I just did not click with. Hello, viewbots. 220. I almost said 200. There was 200 viewbots. I would genuinely get banned. Actually, let's be honest. YouTube doesn't moderate like anything on live streams anymore, so I'd probably be fine. Hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, bor. No, there's no way lithium's number 3. What? How's lithium number 3? That's a solid. That's not a noble gas. What? Oh, these aren't grouped the way I thought. I just looked it up. These aren't grouped the way I thought they were. I see. Nitrogen and oxygen are noble gases either. Oops. I see. Wow. Yeah. Can't believe they put my boy Xenon down in like the 18th or I mean like 6th period. Can't believe that. Justice for Xenon. You can only have 2 electrons in the first shell. So there's only 2 elements in that period. Oh, that makes sense. Honestly, I should learn how to divide my atoms. I think that would be cool. I need to learn how to create fission at will. It'd be really cool. It would be really cool one time. And then it would be really warm all of a sudden. Okay, we have our big empty room. I can't believe I missed that item in my inventory so many times. I might be a little tired. I go around here. I've been thinking about doing like an art stream recently. Just feels like it would be fun. The main issue is I have no idea what I'd be doing. The thing is I have to have an actual idea for what we're making. And I don't have one. So that kind of messes up my plans. What time are you stream for yourself? It's midnight at the UK. Here it's just like 5:25 p.m. That's about it. I live like on the western half of the US. So it's like a 7-hour time difference to the UK. I'm not like fully on the coast. Orb of Fire. That looks cool. You could draw fish. All my favorite fish. I don't know why, I just started thinking about that one time I saw a ribbon eel. I don't even have a very good picture. It ended up being blurry. It's kind of sad. Someone accidentally scared it, so it like darted into a hole before it get a good picture. Okay, sorry, I got some messages. I need to just make sure they weren't anything I need to address right now. They weren't for me. Oh yeah, I forgot I changed snow to netherite for 1 bit. Oh, the ribbon eel. I can do that really easily. What's this? You'll never have seen a better ribbon eel. Genuinely, that's what a ribbon eel looks like, practically. They're so funny looking. Like, I think you'd genuinely be shocked at how similar this is to what they really do look like. They're so funny. Get some shading in there. Beautiful creature. Let me find a picture so I can pull it up. Like, oh wait, sorry. I did actually mess up one detail. Yeah, one sec. I forgot they have like this that goes down them. So it's more like that. Okay. Let me show what this really looks like. Where's a good picture? Like, I'm just saying. That's pretty similar. Really the exact same thing. Yeah, it's a really silly looking fish. And it always has its mouth like that. It's such a funny looking fish. I got to see one briefly. Though it was more in a situation like this, where it's like poking out of a hole, so I didn't get to see its like full body. And really, I mean, if you look at these images, like you can tell, like the full body's like the most beautiful part of it when it's just out swimming. Very pretty fish, though. Oh yeah, we're saving this. One sec. Reveal. We're saving that for later. I'm gonna need that. For what? I don't know. But we'll have it. My beautiful art. So now, let's do this. Oh, it's 25. Cool. Wonderful. I love the reveal. The reveal is such a funny creature. Genuinely, so cool. I've only ever gotten the chance to see one once. I think it was like 40 feet underwater, maybe a little less. It was not in like super deep water. I remember there was a shark near it. I think there was a Caribbean blacktip reef shark. Or Caribbean reef shark. Yeah, I think just Caribbean reef shark. And it was just hanging out in a little hole. There was also a tiny seahorse. Just all those just hanging out together. Honestly, a lot of those are like rare sightings, so seeing all three in one place was very cool. Cata chamber. These names don't like save for later, so it's fine. Okay, DC cat chamber. see if I can fit this here. How do we feel about that? It's a little close. That's fine. Sears is probably one of, if not my favorite war creature. Ugh. Seahorses are extremely cool. They're hard to find, is one thing that kind of annoys me about them. They're just, like, really hard to locate. They hide. The one I saw practically just looked like a little bit of mucus hanging on a thing, because it was like an inch long. I think it's called a pygmy seahorse, I believe. It's been a while. Also, you might have noticed there's an inconsistency with this build. I will fix it. It is part of the plan. Oops. Okay, so... Oh wait, no, I need it higher. Good, good, good. Now I can bring this up to... Let's see. 184. There you go. The roof looks edible and chocolate flavored. It's crunchy like a brownie, too. I've never thought about that, but I kind of see it. Like something halfway between red velvet cake and the brownie. I could see that. Well, this is about any kind of red velvet cake. I kind of want some. Alright. So now for that one inconsistency I was talking about. But because I didn't want to copy it, I just hadn't added it yet. So we're going to fill this with polished black stone. Replace nether brick. Just didn't work. Cool. Do that again. Polished blackstone. Place nether brick. There we go. Now I go stand in the middle of the other one, do the same thing. And we have our trim. Okay, now we gotta put all the decorations on the walls. Which is gonna take a bit, I think. I think maybe we need some like small rooms for this area as well. We have a lot of larger chambers. We could definitely do some small ones after this. I need some, I think, oh, candles. Forgot the word for candles. Who's keeping all these candles lit? Well, stop asking questions. You're asking a lot of questions right now, and just like they're really not appreciated. A wizard did it. It's made eternal candles. Just put a few around here. VIP niche. Oh yeah, we gotta have like some rooms for important skeletons. People are always talking about like finding your niche on YouTube. I just Maybe it's just me. I'm not looking to die yet. I apologize, but like, you know, you really love blaming wizards what they ever do to you. They turned me into a newt. I mean, I got better, but still. Put the bones in here. Look at the bones. Few of these around. There should be a room with a ghast. You're so right. Oh, that's really what this place has been missing, huh? Yeah, we can do that. We can absolutely add a room with a ghast. I will admit, one of the boss battles is going to be a ghast of some variety. I'm thinking like an enemy riding a ghast kind of thing. But we can absolutely have a room with a normal ghast. It's gonna have to be a big room. There is one big room I already have to make, though. Maybe we'll do that this stream. A few of these around. Yeah, I mean, we love the ghasts. Ghasts are such a cool creature. For a long time, they actually used to be my favorite creature in Minecraft. Wait, what is my favorite creature in Minecraft now? It's been so long. There's so many. I mean, villagers up there. Hmm. It might still be ghast, now that I think about it. The breeze is really good. The slime is, of course, a classic. Glow squid. Pufferfish. Pufferfish might actually be my favorite creature in Minecraft right now. Which is kind of a boring one, but I like him. Hey, welcome to the stream, Leaf Gamer. How's it going? What you're trying to do right now? We're designing some parkour chambers. Right now, we're just kind of getting the basic decorations in, and then we'll start putting the jumps in by breaking the floor and starting to figure out where some monster spawns will be. We are on zone... I think this is the 5th zone of this game. There's a few. Just a couple. A handful, really, of other rooms. I think this is room 21 of the current zone. And 22. Alright, I think we have enough in this room, just stuff on the niches. I'm gonna start to decorate some of these. I always like to start with the brighter candle lights first. This can be playable by people. Yeah, we will. I'm gonna see if I can put this up on the Minecraft Marketplace. That takes a long time and a lot of things I have to fill out, and I'll probably have to go through another group that publishes on there, and it will be a pain. I'd love to do that so it can be on Xbox and PlayStation. If that doesn't pan out, which unfortunately is likely, just because that is very hard to get stuff up on there, then I'm gonna have to go and just put it up on just probably a free site, or maybe even just as like a Google Drive link. To be honest, I'll probably put up on a couple of free sites and just a Google Drive link for people that don't want to go through all that. And then it'll just be free. Download. I don't want it to cost money no matter what. I just don't really like that idea. I'd rather have more people play it than ever like actually require money to do. Which is also one worry with Minecraft Marketplace is I might have to, or I might not have the option to make it free. Especially if I go through like another group or something. You have to have a job. Yeah. The thing is, a lot of the target audience would be under that age. So, yeah. I don't know if I want to be a reason that some kids swipe a parent's credit card. I feel kind of bad. I'd rather make money just by getting ad revenue later on. Man, you do love your candles. Well, I've set a standard of putting the candles up on these shelves to light everything up, and there's a few shelves in this room. There's a couple. Also, I actually do absolutely love candles. Definitely one of the best blocks they've added. I think I'll probably go through a detail pass eventually as well. It'll be fun if you ever get up on Marketplace. Yeah, I would hope I can get up there for free. Or have the option to put up there even if it costs money and be able to put somewhere else free. I gotta look into all like the rules and stuff with that and figure out how to even accomplish that. There's like one minor thing I'm kind of worried about. And this is so dumb. I don't know how much Minecraft censors stuff on there. Because technically we have a blood sacrifice altar room. Like, is that too far? I would hope not. We're not, like, this is so minor. But, like, do I have to, like, hide that that's what it is? Like, I don't know exactly what their rules are. I would hope not. Because that would be so dumb. But, like, I would understand, like, at least the point of view that that's a problem. Yeah, Bedrock. Yeah, at least with, like, on computer and Pocket Edition, you can just, like, download things easily and, like, for free without going through Marketplace. But I would love to get it on console as well. So I'm gonna go through here. Okay, are we good on candles? No, I haven't hit this corner. What's a few more candles, really? Keep missing my candles because it's in the dark. Especially when they're in this corner of the screen. Like, this is hard to see for me. I don't know how bad it is for you guys. But big light in front of my face, not easy to see in the dark. Who could have guessed? Okay, skull time. I think my number one hope right now and like idea for getting up on Marketplace is if I do have to go through a third party, because a lot of stuff for putting stuff on the Marketplace, you have to kind of go through a party that's already working with them. And it's a pain. Because I've been looking into this. I think the best thing I could show is like here is like the entire production process. Like you can like see all of this. And as well, there are at least a good few people who genuinely do want to try this. Like there is at least shown interest for it, even if it doesn't have that much like exposure. So genuinely, the more viewership on videos actually might end up helping that. Which is also why I'm probably going to go through all the videos soon and change their titles. And possibly their thumbnails as well. Because I think I need to start branding things in a little bit more clickable way. Though I don't want to cross the line into just being dishonest, because that's a problem. Because to get thousands of views, those will definitely be tons of people who want to play. I mean, thousands is a lot. I mean, there's only like a couple of videos that have gotten like over 2,000. But I would hope there's plenty of people who would want to try it. I mean, I don't even actually know how good did the last one do. I was checking it for a while and then I got really caught up in the next project on like after the first couple days. I don't even think that one broke 1,000, did it? No, didn't. Yeah, the last couple haven't broken 1,000. Yeah, when was the last time it broke 1,000? Yeah, February. It's not incredible. Holy cow, the third episode's up to 4,000? The first episode's up to 3,000? Last time I checked, it was still in the 1,000 on the first one. What in the world? That one took off, and I didn't even know. That's crazy. Holy cow. Wow. I guess that just happened out of nowhere. Cool. That's wonderful. That's awesome. Love to see that. Yeah, I'm gonna hopefully change the titles to something a little bit more clickable soon. Because like I say at the start of every video that we're working on a roguelike game. So like it's clearly established immediately, but I need to get that initial click is the main thing. Because I think once I can just get people in the door, I can explain that part. So I might take the making a roguelike game in Minecraft out of it, or being like working on this for a roguelike game or something like that. I think might be a little bit more clickable than just making a roguelike game in Minecraft over and over. Because that is what they're all called right now. And I also might take the episode numbers out of it and just leave it as a playlist. So if you're trying to go canonically, then there's a playlist for it. Or chronologically, not canonically. Canonically has been a word that's been stuck in my brain recently because I've been working on Spellcheck stuff. There is the amount of lore for Spellcheck and a certain thing that's in the works called Theoclism on there is it's so much. It's probably the most lore I've needed to deal with for any project. Keeping track of all that is crazy. This project doesn't have that much lore. I've decided to keep it basic. There's definitely like a few things. Like, I think the video's been seen enough now, I can show the title of the book that's in here. I think there's 2 times this is shown. There's a book in here called Flesh, Blood, and Bone, which I've never opened on anything. Not recordings, not stream, and I'm not going to open it now because it's spoilers. I am going to leave that until one of the testers finds it. That'll be when that book gets revealed. Or we wait all the way until when it becomes relevant again. But it is like big spoilers for later in production, genuinely. I think it'll be cool to unveil that like naturally when it's time kind of thing. Also, we are going to do this because I need to add lava to this room. There we go. All right. Let's do the first one. Don't worry, chat. The testers got you. They have. Ooh, have they beaten? I'm gonna quickly add the testers and see if any of them have beaten this. I forget. Recording has started? What are you talking about? What just started recording? Recording. Oh, let's see. An overlay thing just popped up on my screen that said recording started, and I don't know if it turned off. Hello? Hello, game. Saved recording. Okay. You reveal it at the end of the episode for the you actually show off the stuff, so it's like a cliffhanger. Let's see, an episode before the episode you actually show off the stuff. Okay. Yeah, that might be cool. I think we are getting very close to that episode. I will just say it reveals the main villain. Because I have kept totally quiet about the actual antagonist of this game, and there is actually an antagonist, and I have sketches of what they're supposed to look like. It is going to be a nightmare to model out, though. It is so much work, and I chose one of the most difficult, I think, ways of going about this, but I think it'll look sick if I can get it done. I think someone has beaten from a workshop before. I know I've done it. I'm gonna see if anyone else has. Game testers, at game tester. A quick question for the stream I'm doing right now. Has anyone here beaten the Infernal Workshop? Solo. Okay. It'd be awesome if it got unique body shape. It is completely going to be a unique body shape. Like a very unique body shape. There's like one minor piece of animation I think I can get away with reusing, but I think everything else is going to have to be custom. I might have to do the animations custom as well. So it's going to be probably the most work out of anything for the antagonist. I will just say the antagonist has a lot more legs than 2, possibly more arms, and possibly more heads. So that's going to be fun. That might be a whole video, to be honest. There may be an entire video that's just dedicated to that one character, because it is going to be so much work, but I want to really make sure I can get it right. Alright, so we're going to want... You can do it, TV man, I believe in you. I think I can do it, it's just going to be a while. Okay, we're going to put lava in here. This is going to be a nice one to get the fire resistance buff on. And then we'll just to add insult to injury to having this be a decent length jump, I just think maybe like a little basalt here would be nice. Oh no, suddenly the one thing I could have jumped to, I can't anymore. Okay, so that should sort that out. And then that should still be too far. Okay, yeah, because we don't want them going across that. Go under here. At least you can go back. So then you'll have to go around here. I'm kind of thinking like a this kind of situation. Then you've got to go to here. What about the infinite fire res perk? Yeah, I mean, it's going to be really helpful here. I was gonna try and make it so like it's harder, but there's still like enemies that can kill you. You're not invulnerable here. But I mean, if you do get infinite fire res, this is no longer a threat. You can swim through it. But there are still plenty of locations like this where you can still just fall and get hurt. Or just combat rooms where you have to fight things. So even if you do get infinite fire res, it shouldn't be like game breaking. Honestly, I want the fire res perk to be very good. Like that is a legendary perk for a reason. I mean, I would say it is one of the best because you are guaranteed to have to deal with either this zone or Infernal Workshop. The only issue is you only have 2 opportunities to get it before getting here. So that kind of affects it quite a bit. We'll actually bring that up to here, I think. So then you have to jump to here, to here. Yeah, there we are. We could also do an alternate path. So you've got a choice. That one's like just 2 jumps, so why don't we take this a little further. Something like this, maybe. To here, to here. There we are. The water breathing perk. Yeah, water breathing perk is really good on the specifically the maze section of Coral Sanctum. Fun fact. Okay, this is kind of a lore reveal. I don't know if I fully have said this before. So the fun thing with the with this area and Coral Sanctum is they are technically the same purpose. There will be an equivalent of... So there was this big mysterious room that I didn't fully explain in the video. Which I still think I haven't fully explained, but I've seen people talking about it in either the comments or in the Discord or on stream chat. I will say at least someone's figured it out. I've seen a real like explanation that is correct. I'm not gonna say what it is, but there will be an equivalent to this room in that zone. Because at the end of the day, they do serve the same purpose. Just slightly different. And also I'm gonna be adding another room to Coral Sanctum soon. I just haven't shown it yet. It's gonna have to do with the moon. Because this area has like a kind of like a star goddess, like sun emblem on the floor in one of these rooms. The Coral Sanctum is going to have a moon insignia on the floor. So hopefully that'll add some information. Do I just make this area impossible? I could. We're getting all the celestial bodies in here. Yep. I will just say there is a third one that I don't think we're going to get to see in game. I don't currently have plans for the third canon location like this in the Coral Sanctum to be in the game. But it would be the one... I'm thinking right now controlled by possibly like the comet themed god. There's a reason I'm thinking comet themed. And why moon and star are the other two that have locations like this. I will also say none of the other canon deities for this world would have a location like this. I should say gods, not deities. There are other deities that are gods in this world. Like the blood deity. Who will have a name soon. There's only 4 gods now? There's a whole pantheon. All of the true gods for this world's canon are celestial bodies. The stars, moon, comet, nebula, black holes. Black holes is like the weird uncle. The singularity god is just kind of like not gonna get involved, but they're canon. I have no plans to use them for anything, but I thought they'd be cool to just have be canon. I think there was one more on that list, if I remember right. But yeah, just all different celestial bodies, pretty much. Also, the comet one also deals with meteors and asteroids and smaller bodies like that. I've been going back and forth on there being an Earth one, or like a planetary one. Right now, leaning toward no. But the star one's the one that's most relevant for this particular campaign. Game. You got D&D on the mind. So then you come over here, you can go around this corner, and okay. So basically, that means when you enter this room, you go this way, through here, all the way around, and out this way, and then we'll put a few enemies in here just for good measure. Where'd half of them come from? Space. They showed up in space. The blood one, I think I've confused a lot of people because I've used deity for the blood deity. Not a god. Would love to be. Kind of a wannabe, I think is the best way to put that one. And I will say, the blood deity isn't the only one like that. D&D is amazing, I love it so much. Same. I love it so much that I created a Spellcheck D&D podcast with Laz, Void, Jinx, and Lumi, which you can find link in the description for that D&D podcast. New episode tonight, actually, in 57 minutes. Funny enough. So that'll be fun. And new series coming next week. Is there any way I jump this? I think it is possible. Yeah. You just have to hit like a weird jump. I'm gonna leave that. That's so risky for genuinely so little reward. I mean, you can just walk around it. Just go over here. DM is great, even when our DM traumatizes us with the horrors. Huh, that's me. I'm the DM. Alright, I think this is good for this room. So... how can I make this interesting? Oh, I just saw something so evil for this room. Oh, I've just thought of something so fun. So... lava here. I'm really gonna make the most of my space with this one. So we're gonna do this. I can't do that, never mind. I have to do this because if a Firesun's player falls down there, it has to be possible. So we'll do that. So you can't go that way. So then you have to go this way. So now... we can go this way. put some light parkour here. You know, nothing too crazy. Okay. So now we go over here. Okay, so then I'm trying to map this out in my mind. Okay, I have a mental image. This has to be tall. So then we do this. Okay, and then we can't have any high up things around here, or people will be able to jump over the wall. So then a little bit more lava as we go to the middle area. And we're here. No one can jump up that, so it's fine. I can do this. Then I need to go up. We'll go up on this as well. Okay. So then we go this way. I'm scheming, right? I feel like I'm cooking. What has he concocted in his evil little mind this time? What trigger has been bestowed upon his creative mind? Oh, I've got something good for this room. Oh, we even need creatures here. Yeah. Ooh, I've got the scheme. The scheme. So then we get to here. This entire corner can be lava. I don't need it. This is just all lava. There's like the one corner I'm not going to use. Okay. So right now we get to here and that makes it cross. We're not going to have that be a thing. Yeah, just like fill that up with lava. I mean, can you skip this with fire res? Yes. That's okay. Okay, so now you can't get across this without jumping in the lava. Which means you have to go over here, but this is blocked. So this doesn't work anymore. Which means there's no way to get across. Except now you can come over here to the other side of this lava. And this is where the fiendish ideas start to begin. Just like make some basalt over here. Okay. So we go over here. And then we go up here. So then I can do this. So now you can jump up here to here on top of this wall. You come back around over here to here, jump to here, go to here, and then you can get over. My machinations have come to fruition. So this is certainly going to be a jumping puzzle. So that should be like an actually like decently challenging room. Okay, so basically... Wait, is this possible? This is possible. Wait, yeah, because this isn't. Because I don't think you can go fix that. Yeah, there we go. Now that's impossible. Not really there. You know what? Just bring that back. There we go. That is okay. So basically the way to solve this room, once I can finish putting in some of these. Nope, I can't go there. I can go there though. So you walk in, you go here to here to here to here to here. But you can't get up here yet. So you've got to go around here. You can't go up there yet. So then you go this way. Up this. We're back around to the start, but we're up now. So then we go across the tops of these as we come down onto this, and then over and out. Behold. It makes perfect sense. I'm pretty happy with that one. We're getting creative with it now. So basically you have to go all the way around here just to loop back around and then go back through here and then over. I go this way, he went this way, and I go, oh, yeah, I've seen that one. That is about how this works. I've been thinking about doing like a barrier parkour kind of thing where you have to look up at the ceiling for the guide. Or like memorize the guide beforehand kind of thing, but I haven't done it yet. I think I might save that for one of the final areas. Which tentative name? Tower of Ascension. That's not Nama's name at all, don't worry about that. So, I think this all works. You got little secrets in the lava, some of this fire res. I don't know if I want to put in this lava. I could definitely put other ones, though. Or have something elevated that's, like, harder to get to. Like, maybe there's a way to stay elevated across this area, and then there's fire, like a loot up here. Yeah, why don't we do that? So, we'll clear this out. Ominous name, what the heck do you mean? Don't worry about that area. That's gonna be the finale for only two of the classes. And it's gonna be an entirely vertical zone. So that should be fun. Okay, so up here we're gonna have loot. Because loot. So this is if you go all the way. Okay, so we'll have it so you have to go from here to like I'm thinking there. Because you could go the normal way. Or you could go the cool person way. Jump to this. Okay. No, it's too high. Maybe then we just go up on this one, or go up higher here. Oh wait, can you? No, I don't think you can do that. Oh, I also could do like just a 3 right here. There's not really an easy way to get up onto that either. You could drop to here, and then go to a 4 right here. There we are. And we can have a little loot room. Or if you go the extra mile. Let's go get our loot thing. It's down here. Where is our loot boxes? This one's the one we want. It's crazy how big this project is. I remember when I was thinking like, oh, I could make like 6 whole zones of this. I thought it would be a lot quicker, to be honest. But here we are. And there's still people interested to see it, so that's why we're still here. Huh. Let's see, on a run, do you not encounter every area then? Yeah. On a specific run, you encounter one of the 2 starter areas, one of the 2 middle areas, one of the 2 end areas, and then, depending on your class, one of the 4 finale areas. I'm planning on having there be a mode for where it's just completely randomized what you get, and then a mode that and then like normal campaign mode, it's like this class gets these 3 locations and then the finale. Alright, let's just rotate this. Oh. So then we do this. Oh, I just realized you can do this, can't you? Can you not? Is that just too far? Is that just out of range of what's possible? No, it's not. Darn. And it will be sick because going into catacombs and then going to the nether with fire res would feel like Lady Luck was on your side. The good thing is you'll even if it is random, you'll never get this and Infernal Workshop in the same. Because they're 2 alternate areas. If it was truly random, it would be... I guess I could make a mode that's like endless, like completely random, but that could be an option. Oh man, I gotta play other classes besides Zelda to see all the lore. How could I ever do that to the Star Goddess? I know, it's gonna be really sad. Gonna have to play other classes. Right now... I think this area is going to be the one for Zealot. I think Zealot's gonna go through this one. Specifically. So we'll just bring this up to 3. There you go. It's 100% gonna be Charlatan and Brigand. Really, those are like the least popular in testing so far. So I'm glad they are at least appealing to some people. It's nice to just be able to get a bunch of money. Oh wait, can't do that. Yeah, money's good. Big fan of that stuff. Okay, I think that room's done. It's definitely one of the more complicated ones. Just forget to spend money in games, I fear. That's fair. I might need to expand the shop eventually. I've been thinking about it. One thing I've been thinking is adding it so the Wandering Trader buys certain items from you as well. Like you can trade your old gear, but like you have to have specifically what he wants, kind of thing. Like, so he'll ask you for 3 items, and if you have one of those, he'll buy it from you. For like less than market value. Let's see, it'd be great if you bring back the old dungeon merchant. Like the let's see, where is he? This guy? This goober? I do like his art. He's fun. I might. The Wandering Trader does actually have lore. It's lore that I half, like, wrote, and then half, like, people expanded on. I'm like, yeah, you know what, I'll go with that. Which is one fun thing about, like, doing stuff like this on stream. Like, I can get direct feedback from people and ideas, which is super cool. I will just say there was one thing that was so misinterpreted. Where is it? I think it was down here. I think it was in this one. That, like, I had said the Wandering Trader killed a bunch of the piglins and escaped. And then people took that to, like, an extreme, and then I kind of just, like, canonized what they were theorizing about, because I'm like, you know what, that's cool. We can add more to that. I'm gonna be honest, I'm just like, you know what, he can defend himself. That was the only original plan for that, so it's like, he's pretty strong. I might make it so the Wandering Trader can fight you. I've been thinking about it. It's like if you try and attack him, he pulls out a crossbow that does like 5 damage or like 5 hearts of damage a hit, kind of thing. So I think that's cool. Like, this guy's clearly competent enough to get to a lot of these zones. Yeah, he has a lot of weapons. I might make it so you can fight the Wandering Trader. Like, as a boss battle. Yeah, the Wandering Trader does have lore now. This is nice. Sometimes there are consequences for your actions, like punching a random guy. Exactly. It's your Wandering Trader boss route. Yeah, that's what we are kind of talking about. It could happen. I might add that. I think if I was gonna do that, I'd have it be essentially like a Enderman teleporting, but with like a puff of smoke kind of thing. We just realized we kind of have that in a different boss. And like an arrow attack. So essentially the Naga Huntress down here. I remember originally this boss fight was such a dark room and it just didn't look good. So I lit it up way more. I think the Naga Huntress, I don't know if I'm really happy with how she looks yet. Also, I think she has different colors. She was not going to be a sea snake originally. Also, yeah, don't worry about the particles. Her boss fight's just not active, so she's not being teleported, but I was also going to give her more, like, movement animations, but she really doesn't move, because she can see you from wherever. So as long as you can see her, she won't move, really, unless she teleports. So you'll never actually see her walking animation, which is kind of interesting. So whether, like, said the boss, there's a health bar. There actually is, a way to do that. I think I forgot it on her. Yeah, I did. Oh, yeah, I forgot. She technically has the burning thing in the daylight. Forgot. She still has the sounds of a skeleton. I gotta fix that. There's a couple bosses that need better sounds. I'll have someone voice her eventually. She'll have like whole voice lines. But yeah, for a lot of the bosses, like, let me get like crispy. Like, they do actually have just health bars built in, like a wither. Like, it's just one component I gotta put into their stats. I mean, Crispy's really weak, and I have an insane weapon, but some of the other ones have a little bit bigger health bars, like if you put like brick or something. or like the Crystal Sovereign. You haven't actually shown off the boss bar yet? Wait, have I? Wait, was that never mentioned? Sometimes I think things just slip through. One thing I think I'd love to do at some point is go through all the old videos and put timestamps in the description. The issue is that's a lot of time, and I get really bored watching my own videos because I've already seen them. So my ADHD kicks in real bad watching back through my own videos. So what would be a 30-minute video to watch through and do timestamps for will be an hour or more. Like it'll be a problem. So I'd love to do that eventually though. Also, right now I'm thinking I'm going to voice the main bot, like the main bad guy. Mainly because it's gonna have a lot of lines, and I mean, honestly, it's not like that hard of a voice to do, at least what I'm planning. So I should be able to do it. Maybe I'll see if anyone else can do it better. I'll eventually announce what that is. I think for people who have been watching all of the roguelike videos and the people who have actually been like looking at the details really close, because I know there have been some people who've been like really trying to look into things, trying to figure out where stuff's going. I think what the final boss is very possible to figure out. Especially since I've started this zone. But I don't know if I've heard anyone specifically like throw it out as a theory, but I bet people have figured it out by now. I bet there's like at least one person who knows. I mean, other than some of the testers who I showed my sketches to. I kind of forget which testers I showed that to. I haven't watched the streams, but I've watched all the videos. There's like a few hints, because I've had the idea for the final boss for a while. I've been trying to like hint at it slowly without really giving it away. I think once it's revealed, it'll be like, oh, that's why that's set up, kind of thing. And why certain things are involved. I mean, like that boss is the same reason why the Infernal Workshop's even involved. Like, why are they just like piglins hanging out? They're involved because of the final boss. It's not piglins though. Okay, so I think it was Laz and Ender who saw the sketch of the final boss, which is a really rough sketch, to be honest. Genuinely, one color in like a 64 by 64 pixel art drawing that I like sketched out. Like, this goes Xeno. But it's gonna be a little tricky to make, I think. So I think it's time for Ghast Room. I have an idea for Ghast Room. It's a pretty rough sketch, but the vision is awesome. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be cool once I can just have the time to like set aside to do it. So I'm thinking this room, and I double its width. So I add one more niche on either side, and then I like break the bridge and like put like chains and stuff to run over. Will we as the player ever interact with the blood deity or other gods outside of the altars or sacrifices? One deity, absolutely. There probably will be altars to a different god as well. And other deities. There'll probably be 2 other sacrifice locations and at least 1 other god, like, altar. I think the moon goddess is going to have her own that appears in 1 area. That's actually the additional room that's probably going to get added to the Coral Sanctum. Because that is kind of her domain. So you'll be able to sacrifice echo shards to her as well. Or him. I actually don't have a name. The gods don't necessarily need genders. They can kind of just be. Alright, we're gonna go pretty tall. Let's see. I So 23. I think that's still not going to be enough because there's the big like top thing that goes on it. I'll try 30. This is almost there. 18. 17. Oh, you can see our little guy in there. Look at him. The secret guy. He's gonna spawn in just that room and only that room. I did just realize I said I wasn't gonna dress again on stream. Oops. Little baby. One of my favorite games, there's a lot of ambiguous characters when it came to gender, and the devs said that all of them can go by anything, and so I thought that was neat. Yeah, I think I think the canon for this world is that the blood deity canonically is a man. That's set in stone. The all the actual proper gods don't really obey the laws of gender. People have just kind of decided on vibes, but like it wouldn't be like heresy to just say star god or he or they or she or whatever else. They have no need for gender. They are like the stars incarnate. So never guess what game I'm talking about. Nobody's ever mentioned this game to our ever. Is it Deltarune? Yeah, good. Good. Nope. Okay, then I don't know. I give up. It's impossible. How am I meant to guess this? Impossible. Oh, this one's lagging. Maybe we don't make it bigger. How big is a ghast in this room? Like if I just throw a ghast in here, how bad is that? It's a little small. You know what? We'll make this work. Watch this. Oh, I don't think I can show it. Okay, never mind. I have everything that I can show you. Making a new guy. There's a block. I don't want a block called Gasling. 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 Okay, appearance. Ghast. Same behavior. Loot the same. Yeah, we're just gonna make the ghast smaller. If the ghast won't comply, then I'll make the ghast smaller. Easy. Okay. So... okay, it needs a shooting one, the normal one. So... we want this guy like half the size. How big is this guy? 16 by 16 by 16. Okay. Honestly, I could just make him this big. Do you think he'll render just this big? Because this is a block. Because I mean, this would be a wonderful size if it works. I think it expands his size. Probably as like part of an animation or something. We could check that. Let's see if it just is the right size, because that's weird that it showed up that small. Okay, yeah, he's full size. Also, did they change the ghast, right? Yeah. So, how do I make him smaller? I guess inflate negative to 0.5. Oh, that just didn't do anything. Scale. This is what we gotta fix. So we just take away that. I think we gotta make him smaller than that, or bigger than that. So there's a scale, thing down. There we go. That's a lot more reasonable. We could even take him down to just like 2. No, I think 2.5 is better. Cool. And then we just go to here. I can't. Let's go pull this up in a sec on the screen. Entities. Gasling. Collision. Make that like 2 by 2. It's smaller. Okay. That might be it. Genuinely, I think that's all we have to do. The baby. The baby. It looks so fast. By the way, in comparison. Honestly, it doesn't look that out of scale. You kind of don't realize it's smaller until it gets close. Smaller but moves at the same speed, yeah. I think I need to slow it down a bit. Just so it doesn't look like unnatural. We could bring it down to like 1.2. That's not too bad. Shoots fireballs. Naturally. I think there's like a range where it tries to get away from players. Like if it's like too close, it backs up, I think. Does it? Range attack. No. Okay. So yeah, we'll just straight up spawn mini gas in this room. It's funny you mentioned Deltarune earlier, though, in regardless of gender, because the gender identity of one of the characters is very important when it comes to themes of the game. Oh. Oops. I've made a grave mistake. Still feels a little fast. I think I could slow it down. So we'll do like 1.5. Take away a little more of its speed. That feels about appropriate. So now I can put 2 in this room. So you walk in and just get blasted. I leave mob creeping on. Or off. Okay. There we go. This should be good. Can't imagine why this would be a problem. Oh. The evil beast that lives down here was carried over. The scariest monster in the game, truly. I'm not gonna have him in this copy. Be in the other one. So this one will have the ghast. Is that a skeleton snail? Yeah. You know, like, imagine if a skeleton or a snail died and became a skeleton. Obviously, it would look like that. This definitely wasn't the result of a rant about stupid Halloween decorations. And then that happened. Of course not. Alright, so we'll put gas in this. Baby ghast. With a baby. With a baby ghast. Oh, wait. Could we put... Oh no, he's stuck. I feel like there might be a moral issue to putting this here. That might actually cause rage quitting. Putting one of the harder parkour rooms just with a gas floating around. This room I could. This room's big enough. Maybe I make a similar room to this one that has a couple gas in it or something. The gas ling ling, that's even smaller. The even smaller gas who's 1 block wide. I could try and make the baby ghast from Minecraft Dungeons and add him in. I mean, how hard would that be? That's so easy to make. One sec. We can do that. Okay. So all it is, we can just have it shoot a normal fireball as well. Not even like a gas fireball, just like one like what's it called? Blaze fireball. And it just floats around. Why can I not bring this over? Let me move this down. There we go. Okay, basically it is just... Oh, I need 32 by 32. Just a little guy. He's about yay big. And I believe they have 3 little tentacles. One sec. Minecraft Dungeons. Baby ghast. I love this thing. It's such a cute little guy. Okay, this is the guy we want to make. Oh, he's only 6 by 6. Actual little baby. Okay, so we're gonna make him even smaller then. They keep this lore accurate. Okay. I think I see how the legs are distributed. The little baby ghast. The fetus. Yeah, little baby ghast. He is a little... Shut up. No response for that. Okay, so we got this. And then we also need this version for the sides. Let's see, and then he's got like a... How big of a fleshy cube is that in there? So what tone? I feel like it's like that tone. How big is that cube? It's gotta be 4x4. We're getting a little sidetracked this stream, but that's okay. Little baby. He has bright red eyes. A little mouth about like that color. We'll have him do like this when he's about to attack, kind of thing. This guy. Let's see. So he's a little bit darker, a little bit warm colored. So like that, but translucent. Be a little lighter. And then he gets less translucent near the edges, is what I'm noticing, which is like a whole thing. We'll have to do that in the other software because it's just easier to do there. Why is he gotta just like not be pixel centered? Why'd they do that to this little guy? I'll just say this one needs to be in the middle of these for some reason. Okay. So this is solid. I don't know what this is. I assume this is his like gas sack that helps him float. Oh, wait, that's darker. Now here's where we're gonna start moving away from exactly the dungeon's accurate and start to kind of bring in my own art style to this. Just like a little darker. Just like a little darker. And then we go a little lighter for the top. Yeah, that's where they make fireballs. Maybe it's both. Maybe they just have one organ. It's just this. They just make do. I think the one thing I'm missing is maybe like this right here. There we go. They got their little organ of some sort. Okay, now we take this. Why don't we call this thing a gas spawn? Just like a little baby. Discard that. Maybe we make them spawn in swarms. Guess roguelike stream? No, we're just making ghasts. New ghast variant stream. Okay, maybe it's a roguelike stream. Appearance. Same behavior. Same loot. Spawn egg will kind of go with thing like this, and then maybe kind of like a little bit fleshy tone. Integrate to pack, dungeon crawler, ed model. Oh, actually, I accidentally based it on the happy ghast. Crap. One sec while I overwrite that. Appearance, just ghast, normal ghast, and then same behavior. There we go. That should have overwritten it. Maybe, oh. Okay. I should be able to... We can take the textures from this and use them. So we'll crop this in to be 64 by 32. Oh, that says animation frames too. A 1, 4 by 32. Uh-oh. I messed it up. Thought that was a Spellcheck episode notification. Thought it dropped early. Yeah, Spellcheck notification in 9 minutes, actually. I was planning on ending stream by then. I was actually planning on just ending the stream right as it came out. One sec. No idea. Textures, entity. Okay, we'll regenerate it. Gassed, same behavior. Current back, edit model. There we go, that's what we want. Could not find the bridge requested file. Yep, and it made a new one. Yay, is what we wanted. Is it good one to watch? Go watch this one. Yeah, this will be a good Spellcheck episode. This one's gonna be a very good one today. And if you haven't started watching it at all, it's still a great show. You should go watch it. It's great. Very happy with that show. Okay, import texture. Let me just actually expand it on this one to account for the size difference. It's a little bit easier. All right, so scale, we're just gonna want to do that. This, we are going to shrink down. Okay, we need to shrink this down even more, actually. As we squish it all the way down to be a 6 by 6. Tentacles, time to go. What about the 3-head gas from Minecraft Story Mode Season 2? Ooh, good point, good point. We could add that. Also, maybe I do keep the tentacles. I might be able to use them for something. Just hide them for a second. Alright. Oh, I put the face on the wrong one. We can just quickly fix that. That's nothing major. Oops. Bring this down 6. Move this to here. Move this to here. It's the Minecraft Dungeons infant gas? It is. It is. So then we go and duplicate this. Squish it down. I just have realize means it is going to be like in a weird position. There we go. Now we do this. Step, we go into paint, and we get the eraser, put it on like 171 opacity. Oh. Oh wait, no, I need the eraser. My bad. Also, I just realized I didn't set the opacity. I set the pen size. Yeah, 183. That might be too, just like too transparent. Oh no, that looks about right. That looks about right for the middle of the guest. Now at the edges it'll have more detail. This little baby. Little baby. What a nice little guy. Oh. I'm gonna have to probably change this to whatever material the slime is to make it look right. The fetus creation is beautiful TV, man. Thank you. Thank you. That's so small. Yeah, it's just a little baby. You take this down. Just a little baby. Bring that up. Bring this down again. Wow, what a little guy. Can I bring it like way down? Now I can do some like minor detailing. I'm just gonna hit a lot of this. There we go. Look at the little guy. He's so cute. And then I can bring this down. And add little highlights to these areas now too. Wow. The baby. Oh yeah, I gotta do this. Hmm. Uh, see, we could bring this down a little bit more. So I'm getting rid of the tentacles, yeah. I think I might use them to animate these. So if I do this, I actually haven't even moved this up to here yet. Still technically looking like this. But if I change, there's a thing where I can, yeah, render mode, layered, no. Additive? Emit. Yeah, I don't know. So I'll have to render it like a slime with the slime material. That's okay. I don't know why this only renders from underneath right now. We'll figure that out. I think it'll render better in-game. I think right now it counts as an emissive texture, because I think ghasts do have glowing eyes and mouth when they fire. Actually, Actually, we can just check that. Does this have transparent stuff? Yeah, it does. So yeah, we'll have to deal with that. That's okay. Pretty easy fix. Tentacles, return to me. Oh, you can do that. I didn't even know. Are these all different lengths? Okay. Just make them like 1. And then make them on the position -1. There we go. So we also want them all to be 1 by 1. So, oops, I lost them. Okay, tentacle 1. There we go. Tentacle 2. Put there. 3. Can do this. Oh, I'm putting them in front. Okay. 4. Put there. 5. 6. Let's see. Oh, I didn't put these ones out. 7. Oh, I'm gonna need more. Just realized. Okay. Why is this one like weirdly off? Pivot point, like what? Why? They all have weird pivot points. You know what? We're just gonna. I'm gonna do it myself. If you want something done right, do it yourself. Speaking of which, I need to do something that I wasn't planning to do while we were live, but actually, this is a perfect time to do this. News episode Spellcheck's out. Yay! I'll remind everyone at the end of the stream because it's a really good thing to go check out. But brand new episode of Spellcheck just dropped, called Divine Intervention, episode 34, end of arc 3, which I need to quickly plug on the Discord server because usually I'm not live at this time. Usually live an hour after or not at all on Fridays. But yeah, that's out. I'm sure that goes well for everyone involved. Yeah, of course, naturally. Yeah, a few things definitely do happen in that one. Wow, look at that. Notification. Divine Intervention. Alright. Yeah, that one is very good, but very emotionally devastating to record. Yeah. Let's start watching that series with Golly. It'll take a while. Yeah, it'll be a while. Funny enough, I don't even think we're halfway through that series yet. It's got a long way to go, but that'll be in like a year. We've got time. Especially because it's going to be slowing down a bit. Because tomorrow, or not tomorrow, exactly 1 week from 5 minutes ago, will be the release of our new horror anthology series, which will start being the first Friday of every month. will be a horror anthology episode. Each anthology will be like 2 or 3 of those. So this month, so August and September will be horror anthology. The short anthology series is gonna start releasing next week. Yep, there we are. Okay, fine. I guess Archie said for me. Yeah. I'm just simply faster. All right. So, what side do we want this on? There we go. We're gonna set this pivot point to just like 4. So if we set the pivot point right here, position. Okay. So I want the pivot point at the corner. Pivot point. We're gonna move the pivot point to here. There we go. To get when it releases, awesome. I'm excited for that one. I don't know if we have a proper name for the actual specific anthology, but we'll start promoting some of the stuff with the actual anthology series as a whole very soon. Oh, I gotta make this a new bone. There we go. Why can I not have this escape? Oh, I see. Bring this across here. With a baby ghast. Now we duplicate these. We actually do want this like under this as well, technically. Or do we want that as part of the body? No, I don't think we do. So we'll do this. You can close up all these. Okay, so 4, 5, 6. We are going to flip them around. We're going to scooch them back. There we go. 23 viewers on YouTube? Wow. So many real viewers are here today. That's wild. I can't believe they're all real and genuine. Absolutely crazy. That's where I want it. That's where I want it. That's where I want it. Okay. So there, these look so silly. And the viewbots are back. They're all lurkers. They're scared of me. Yeah, they're probably lurkers. They're just scared of you, I think. It's gotta be the reason. Okay, pull these this way. Now rotate them again. This time 90 degrees. Can scooch this little guy. Now I just need to make sure this is in the right place. Okay. And then why don't we get these two, do mirror modeling. There we go. All of our tentacles. Oh. These two need to slide. Okay. Wow. 10 little tentacles. I'm just such a terrifying and awe-inspiring presence on this channel, of course, yeah. Yeah. You are extremely scary. Which is very funny that we just uploaded an episode on Spellcheck of Laz's character getting lit on fire. That's the thumbnail. Nothing bad would ever happen to Laz's characters. I would never do anything like that. Okay, so move. So here's what I'm thinking. Oh, this could be complicated. Okay. I have a way to make it less complicated. All of this. Put that under that. So if I do this now, and do scale 0.9, does everything scale? Yeah. Okay, it scales the way I want it to. What if I had him, like, squish, and then, like, do a little boost of movement kind of thing? So it kind of bounces around a little bit through the air. I think it'd be cool. Why is it not important to the plot of Spellcheck besides the god stuff? There's plenty of reasons. There's a few things. Though, to be fair, you could say that for any of the characters. A little squash and stretch, that's what I'm thinking. Getting a little squishy with it. So, move, we'll start it like this. Well, all of these tentacles. All the tentacles are going to have the exact same animation. So actually, I don't even need to animate most of these yet. So, here's what I'm thinking. Over the first, like, 1 second, we have all the tentacles go out a little bit. I'll say, like, 20 degrees. Why in the world is the pivot point just wrong? What happened? What are all of them wrong? Did they all get messed up? That one's fine. That one's fine. Okay, just that one in particular just got messed up. Hey, welcome to the stream, Steven. How's it going? Are all the other ones fine? Yeah. Cool, it was just that one in particular, I guess. So we'll have this rotate out to 20. We could do 30. Okay, so it rotates to 30. The entire scale of the creature. Why isn't infant gas being added to the roguelike? What will it do? It'll float around like a normal gas and shoot smaller fireballs, so I can keep it indoors. Why is Bugbug not the semi-isekai protagonist hero thing? Bugbug deserves an epic backstory. Bugbug has a backstory, technically. I don't know how they'd ever figure it out. But he does technically have a backstory, and it's a lot of information they have no idea about in that plot. And I don't think there's any way to learn it unless one of them learns how to speak with animals. Which, one of the players actually might be able to do pretty soon, because they multi-class. That's later, though. Yeah, Bugbug existed before you guys found him. Of course he has lore. I mean, it's kind of just like historical lore, mainly, based on the area where he showed up, so... I mean, there's a reason all those bugs were there. Make the druids translate Bugbug for the lore. I gotta figure out what in the world Bugbug sounds like in case they ever try and talk to him. Really want to know now. It's like not the craziest thing in the world. I just want like a little something if that ever came up. So I'm thinking he kind of like... Oh, maybe he expands, actually. I think he expands. So we'll say like 1.2. So he'll get bigger. And then he'll squish. So how fast do I want to squish? I think like half the time. And during that, we bring this all the way in to like 65. And then the scale goes down to like 0.8. I'm thinking, like, how much bigger? Yeah, how much bigger do I get there? So that's over the course of 1 second. So that means over the course of the next 1 second, we go back to this. Or no, wait, no. There we go. So then we go back to 1 over the course of that time. So this is a rotation 30. This is 0. So I guess we just want to go back to 0 by here, and then it'll speed up again. Maybe it just, like, stays for a moment at the same size. No, it's gotta be constant. It can't stay. Was this cam quality? You might want to upgrade it? What do you mean? It's fine. You can see everything. I mean, look. You can see my hand, right? Look at that. It's so visible. He's a relic. He's a spirit stuck in an old TV. Yeah. Hey, you don't always choose where your spirit gets entombed for all existence. Could have picked a slightly better cut monitor to haunt. You don't understand. You don't understand what it's like to be a ghost. Also, this was spookier. Dude, all the other ghosts are gonna judge me if I'm not spooky enough. They're gonna laugh at me. All the poltergeists are just gonna, like, giggle and throw things. Let's see. I think I want him to not be as, like, size changing. I think he should change size a lot less. Like, it should be much more subtle. Like this much. And I think, honestly, I make this part quicker. Bring this in. There we go. Now he kind of, like, puffs around. Should be faster. Do you think or do we like this speed? Also, all the tentacles will move exactly like this. Like, they'll all be synced up. It's a bit too subtle. Yeah, it feels pretty major. I could make it faster. That might help. Let's bring this into, like, half that. Okay, so here's double speed. That feels too fast. I kind of like the lazy, like, puffing around like this. So I'll just be, like, floating around. Oh, I can bring him up and down as well. Just remembered. Position time. So have him start there. We'll go, like, 1 down. And then 2 up. And then back to 1 down. Kick up is too fast, but the rest is alright. Yeah, maybe I just need to, like... Oh, I could drag out this one in particular. So it feels like he kind of, like, puffs up. Now this will be Wally's moving, to be fair, so that'll help. Can I change like the curve on this? So I'd love to like the anime effects. I swear there's a way. Interpolation. This is what I need. I think all of these need to be this. Or most of these. Because, like, look how much better that is. At least the movement ones, I think, need to be this specific variety. I think this is Bezier. No. This is smooth. I think this is a problem. I think this needs to be linear. So this needs to be linear as well. There's at the end with smooth, yeah. Still kind of does. 0, 0. I think it's because this actually needs to be linear. Okay, it's a lot more subtle like that. It's there, but I don't think it would be noticeable. That's kind of cute. So if I were to take all of these, all the viewbots left, no. So this might want my bill will probably update soon. Maybe let's start, let's see. I think this starts lowest and then go up and falls down. Yeah, that could work. So I think he gets to here as his lowest. So this is this is that. So we want to delete this. Go all the way back. And then we copy these. And then put that 1 second later. See if that works. Actually, as part of the stuttering might be that's phasing through the little like platform thing. Also, yeah, this does seem to work better. That does fix it. He's so cute. It's more quick and jittery compared to all the other mobs in the roguelike, unless that's what you're going for. And he's mainly meant to just like puff along. I could make him move up less. I kind of just like the idea of him kind of bobbing along. Why don't we make position like 0.5 and negative 0.5 as those two different like points. I think that could help. Just make it a little less extreme. A little bit more of a subtle bobbing. Like a little squid swimming through the air, yeah. Frame in the middle is, yeah, the frame in the middle is a little weird. I think it's honestly because it's like perfectly when it hits this line. I think it would look a little bit better if that was gone. Also, when it's moving, I really don't think that's going to be noticeable because this is movement animation. All right, why don't we copy this over to all tentacles real quick? I don't know why that's there. Okay, so we're gonna go here. This is starting to look like the one from the game. Wow. Looks like a balloon, yeah. Cute join the ranks of Elemental and Skelisnail. Perfect. Why are some of these just wrong? I think some pivot points got messed up. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, it's okay. Easy to fix. Oops. Also, I realized what I did. I was clicking on this and being like, oh, the pivot point's in the right place. Well, I was not looking at the bone. The bone was what I need to pay attention to. Okay, that one's in place. We'll look at them from another angle as well to make sure. Oh, that one's like up. Okay, that one's in the right place. That one's in the right place. That's in the right place. That one. That one. That one. That one. Oh, it's making more. I forgot mirror modeling is on. Yeah, that should fix that. Okay. Equal 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, we can just check this. Oh, there we go. Oh. Oh. Wow. How sweet of a little creature. Okay. So now we go to development, resource packs, dungeon crawler, I believe, entity, find gas spawn, materials. I believe what we need is slime. Let me double check that. Here's like a default pack. Entity, where's slime? What is slime called in this? After sign. Wait, where's slime? Here. That's weird. Would be a friend, or do we need to commit terrible crimes against it? Commit terrible crimes against it. What if you made the sack in the middle jiggle around a bit? Oh, I could. That'd actually be really easy too. Yeah, we could try and do that in a sec. Minecraft, bedrock, texture, materials, list. Is this a thing that I can just pull up? Vanilla materials. Yes. Entity alpha blend, I think, is what I need. This isn't gonna work. I just realized I forgot a huge step of this process. Yeah, I actually didn't put the textures properly. So it's just... Oh, no, didn't want to do that. Quickly take this. The brush size huge. Oops. We Move on to player above. Merge on to player above. I think I have these render modes added. We want default. Or maybe layered, I don't even know. We'll figure it out. Gas spawn. We need the shooting version, which is going to look like this. Oops. There we go. So opens mouth all big and wide. Okay. Guessing yeah, it's just gonna be the little guys. Angry eyebrows in the shoot. I could. Might go back to it in a sec. We're gonna add probably the little jiggle to its middle thing eventually. Okay. Let's see how this looks and see if we need to try a different material. I have a feeling we have to try a different material. Oh, I forgot it has a huge hitbox still. Oh, perfect. It makes the happy gas sounds. Okay. Okay. So we've got to figure out what in the world allows me to do transparent textures. Or translucent textures. Slime should have it, if I can just find that. Who else? This guy I don't have the code for. I think Breeze. Who else has translucent? Does anyone else? I don't think anyone else does. I think it's just those two. Okay. Breeze does have translucent, right? Yeah. Yeah, you can see it on the like outside. Got it. Your axes babies. Okay, maybe a little bit. I need to ask him a question. Okay, Breeze. That's not what I want. Where's the like other Breeze thing? What have they've made this so much harder. Okay, so let me just make sure we're in the same thing. Resource pack, texture, entity. Crap, have they changed the documentation on this? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Not a fan of that. Okay, where is it now? We'll go into slime and then look around in there. There's slime. Slime texture set? Metalness and emissive roughness. No. That's for ray tracing. Don't tell me we ever gonna have repeat Mojang broke my roguelike game, so I spent 2 months fixing it. No, I mean I can use the old documentation. The issue is like this is how I usually check documentation. Is I just have this. And I now don't know which one I need. So let's see. So it'll be. Let me see if any of these just like remind me of this. Guardian Ghost actually might be what I'm looking for. That might just work. Let's try Guardian Ghost. Entity Alpha Test might also work. So I have a few options that might do it. Just have to restart this a few times. And if it doesn't work, then we'll have to figure it out. We'll have to figure out what this guy uses. But I might just have to look at old pack templates. Oops, I can't leave these guys in here. So, there. Nope, not that. Hmm. Okay. I know a way we can find this out. Slime test. It looks like slime, acts like slime. We don't care. Export and folder slime test. So now we have this guy. Wow, look at him. So beautiful. Render mode default. Okay, that's good to know. Now if I go into here, Dome behavior packs, slime test, textures, entity. Oops, no, sorry, entity, slime test. Okay. Materials, slime outer. That's what we want. Wait, crap, does this use multiple materials? Scripts, that's all fine. Slime outer. Yeah, okay. It just uses one material for some reason called slime outer. That should be what we need. Let's see if this works. If it doesn't, we might have to spend a while fixing this. Why are you the way you are? Hmm. Gonna. The art bots have been showing up recently. Okay. So that didn't work. Why don't we try alpha test? Alpha test usually works. Conduit wind I can't do. Entity alpha blend, entity alpha test. Yeah, entity alpha test should work. This is a lot of work for one little guy. But we love him and he must work. What in the world is entity dissolve like layer 1? Like so many of these I've never heard of. Oh wait, this is what I need. Wait, I might have a list. Okay. Backface culling completely opaque. Alpha channel. Inconsistently renders objects, not great. Oh, some of these it just doesn't know. Culling. This one could work. This could work. Yeah, that's pretty cool. See, one of my favorite colors for a long time was Pantone 313. See, back in the day. I think that's changed though. I don't know what it is currently though. Map decoration. See, a lot of these I need entity. I need entity something. Entity beam. This could work. Particles always render on top. Translucency is opaque. Transparency is translucency. Translucency is transparency. Potential crash is all that's known about that one. Great. That's what we love to see. Is this renders? There's gotta be one that fits what we need. There's gotta be one. Wait, what happens if we go and open up that other slime? Why does the other slime work? Because there's gotta be a reason. Like, here we go. Let's just go into this world. Bunch of nonsense in this one. Available. Yes, just leave available. Slime test. Okay. There's gotta be a reason why it works on one and not the other. There's gotta be a reason. We just gotta figure out why. And if it doesn't work on this guy, then I genuinely don't. That might actually stump me. Why did I open a world with this many things? What in the world colors did I even make that other thing? Which one could it possibly be? Watch this, I'm gonna guess the first try. This one. Yeah. I remembered. It's real. Doesn't have eyes. What did I make? What is this thing? That guy should just look like a slime and act like a slime. I don't know why he does that. What in the world was... Did I do this? What was I doing down here? Wait, that's just like grass. I don't think I did that. What in the world did I do to this world? Whatever. Does this thing act normal on land? Yeah. Also, translucent. And this is what we need. Literally this exact thing right there. So why is it not that? What's the difference? Okay, slime. Okay, now we need this one. Development resource packs. Slime test. Entity. It's gotta be a render controller, right? It's gotta be like a render controller. So slime outer should work. Unless part of it is that it's doing backface culling on that other block. I don't think we actually want backface culling necessarily. Guessing it is the canon name, because like I somehow got supposed to say it. Or sorry, Guessling Ling. Okay, is there render controllers that got built into this? No. This is all that exists. Okay, this. Okay, that doesn't affect anything. What's the texture here? Is this opaque? Also, if so, how in the like what in the world am I supposed to do about this? I'm trying to tell if this is opaque. No, it's not. Okay. It's clearly not opaque in that. How? How have they done this? This is so strange. How? It doesn't make any... any sense. So, I'm trying to think of how in the world this makes any sense. Let's just try it again, see if it fixes it. I have a couple more ideas, and then I don't know after that what to do. Hmm. We're at like an hour over what I was playing on Ending Stream. Why are you the way you are? Why? What? How? It's the same code. How could it be different? It's probably one of the most confused I've been about something like this for a while. Okay. There are any other differences here? Slime outer. Textures. It's just using one? That should be fine. Because plenty of things use two textures. Shouldn't affect it. Geometry, yeah, that makes sense. Pre-animation, I don't think it should affect it. Yeah, it's just animation stuff. This could do it. That's something vaguely different. Yeah, render controller? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It could be that. I think this will just make it so it doesn't do the animation anymore. Yeah. It might just not be able to have the middle thing. I know how to fix the legs, or like the little tendrils. Like those I can fix. It might not be able to have the little center bit though. Alright, why don't we just fix these? We're gonna have to go through these one by one, I think, and fix them. Because these are just like because they're flipping through each other. Or like it's doing backface culling. I mean, so that's not too bad. I think I also might need to just like make it so both of the pixels are the same. Because you'll only ever see one at a time. It's not too bad. Supposed to have that before you change it. Yeah, there is a good bit of stream delay on YouTube. YouTube takes a while. It happens. So that's going to make it look weird on here. Oh, I actually also need to do that on the normal thing right here. That should make it look a little bit better in person. But gang, I don't know if we can make the cube show up inside of it. That's the one thing I don't know if is possible. Because, like, now we get all the legs. The little tendrils. It's so fast, we're gonna have to fix that. We can do that real quick. Oh, wait, we want development behavior packs. Dungeon crawler, entities, gas spawn. Collision box is gonna be like 0.6. You know, 0.5, but actually it's how big he is technically. Health, like 5 as well. Really weak. It shoots small fireball. Cool. Oh, and for movement, it's gonna move a lot slower. There we go. I think other than that, though, I don't know if there's much we can really do for it. Is there any angle which it shows up? No. It's a completely invisible cube within there. What if I like jam my face in it? Oh, you can see when you jam your face in it. Don't look away from the armor stand. Yeah, that's one of the tooltips for a while. Honestly, I'd be fine with this. I would have preferred to have the pink thing in the middle, but like, this is fine. Oh, I should see how horrific this is. One sec. If I can find a way to do it, though, I'll fix it later. Is this an absolute nightmare to try and fight? Let's find out. Grab some, like, copper armor. Give myself, like, a iron sword. Let's get, like... Okay. I can't spell. Ow. Ow. And then you can make custom tooltips? Yeah. I have like I have a custom loading screen and splash text and panorama. That's just built in. I just like it. Or not built in, it's just like a pack I have on globally. Oh, their hitbox is evil. I may have made the most evilly designed creature I have. The skull snail lurks closely nearby. Yeah, the skull snail, like, is so slow and does half a heart when it hits you, but has like 100 health. Okay. Well, those are gonna be evil to put in there. Just little guys that light you on fire and knock you off of things. Oh, actually, it's been a while since I looked at the statues. I'm still very happy with these. Wait a sec, what did I use for this guy? Wait, he does what I need to do. Wait, I can see that. Wait, what material did I use? I've done it. I did it before. How did I do it? What? What does it use? Let's see, that's Statue Revenant. I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Why? Why does it work there? What? Literally how? That doesn't make any sense. How? How can this work? I guess more of the question is, how does it not work? Unless it just hasn't been updating properly. Restart the whole game. Cool, thanks, Razor. I didn't need to know that. This is so weird. We have two tests of the exact same formula working, but the one we need to work doesn't. Why? And how? It works because the Gasling is so cool. I mean, I'll have him in the game no matter what. But, like, there's gotta be something that I'm just not understanding. Are you sure there's nothing else that's different? I mean, we can go double check in a sec. Maybe it's that there's two textures, but no, that wouldn't make... I mean, that wouldn't make any sense. But I mean, I could change it. It could be one texture. Like, that wouldn't be that much of a difference. It opening its mouth and not opening its mouth isn't that important. Where are they? Why? Why are you the way you are? It doesn't make sense. I genuinely have no clue how this could be the case. Like, this just combination of things just doesn't line up. How can this, a slime, and that statue all be the same? Like, that doesn't make sense. Because, like, this... One sec. Where's the crit pose? Like, I think it's this one, yeah. You can see that go through. Like, that's very clearly inside. Why? I genuinely... I couldn't tell you why this is. Okay, pull this up. Pull this up. Oh, this is behavior. I need that. What's different? That uses armor stand rendering. But like we already changed that and it didn't work. So models? Entity. Okay, I have another idea. Gas spawn. Can I make it so certain things like show up? Maybe it's because it's the same bone. Maybe it's lumping it all together because it's the same bone. Slime test. Nope, that absolutely is the same bone. Please. Please, game. Just cooperate. Wait, it is. It's cooperating. All I needed to do was just copy it for no reason. I genuinely couldn't tell you what's different, but I just copied it and now it works. Sick. Just not gonna question it. Just don't question it. It just works. It just simply works. That's why they call me the coding genius, because I know everything about programming. I've never had a problem that stopped me. This is the most distraught I've seen you in a while. I mean, hey, it works. I couldn't tell you why. It just does. Okay, the mouth thing doesn't happen and it fires from the wrong location, but we don't worry about that. He's real. He's real. It works. I said that would be so easy, and I thought it would be. It was not easy. I'm starting to understand. I don't know if anyone here watches Doug, like the YouTuber. I'm really starting to understand when he says 5-minute coding adventure and then it becomes an hour. I understand. That happens a lot. Look at him. He's real. Just don't look at him from this angle in particular for some reason. Wow. He's real. Can I fix where he shoots from? Let's see, cast spawn, entity, that's not what I need. Okay, none of these are what I need. I can't believe it. He's real. After all this time. You should become Doug and ban all your viewers for views. I don't know. Creature is beautiful. Unlike Frankenstein, who despised his creation and called it an ugly beast and an abomination, the people who could see the gaslingling along with Archer stared at its beauty. It's finally real. It's alive. It's alive. Let's see if I can set where it fires from. I don't actually know how to do that. I have no idea how to do that. I think this might be really small. Oh, because it probably fires from the center of the block. You know what? To be generous to the players, I think this is something that's reasonable. We're going to move him up a little bit and give him a bigger hitbox, like a block-sized hitbox, so he's not impossible to hit. Or maybe like 75% of a block-sized hitbox. There we go. Now he's like in the center of a block kind of thing. Just so he's not like impossible to kill. Yeah, we'll give him like a 0.8 collision box. That should make it a little bit more fair. Infinite breath. I don't think it's ever going to be in a room with water. He's back, yep. We're back and we've got the Scoober. Okay, so let me see how hard it is to shoot him down. I know this feels weird shooting a baby that can't fight back, but... Oh, there he is. Alright, pull! Oh. Target practice. Alright. I think that's pretty much good. I mean, let's see where it fires from now. What's it called? The gas spawn, because we have a gas link. New area looks sick. Awesome. I'm glad you like it. We're not that far into it, sadly. I guess we're like 22 rooms into it. I mean, that's like half. So we're getting there. Alright, let's see how this guy fires. Why is he shooting from so high? That's so weird. I'm not sure why he's doing that. That felt like it just made him shoot from higher. Um... I actually don't know how to fix that. How to change where a mob fires from Minecraft, Bedrock, add-on. Maybe it knows. Hmm. Does the spot shoot from scale with the hitbox? It might. Which is a problem. What in the world would this possibly even be under? I mean, collision box. It could be actually in model. It might be in model. Wherever its head is. Or wherever like it calculates looking from, like line of sight, is probably where it fires from. So I believe that would be in no, not the behavior. That would actually probably be in resource packs. That feels weird that it would be here, but we can check. Entity. Yeah, spawn. Okay. Visible bounds height, visible bounds width. That feels wrong. Pretty sure this is supposed to be 6. Not Y. Oops. We're gonna keep that up because I could absolutely have just messed up something major with that. I actually don't fully know what that does. Okay, it looks fine. Let's see if that fixed it. No, it's still firing from a really weird position. It's not at all where the actual thing is. So why would that be? Oh, that's the thing. So clearly not this. Wait, what if he fires from this thing's pivot point? If I just like bring this down, I wonder if it moves with that. Is this dumb? A little bit. I don't think that's how this works, but maybe it calculates it based on that. I don't really know. Go 0. No. That's so strange. There's a part of me that's just like, make the ghast higher. But then he'd just be like out of his hitbox, so that'd be weird. Then you'd have to like shoot under him weirdly to kill him. Why does the fireball spawn there? I'm just not sure why. None of this would make any sense. Why would it be that? His definition is small fireball. We've got ranged attack. We've got all this. But why? But why does it make it taller? Why don't we check every other shooter we can think of and see if there's anything that affects this? So, unless it's in the fireball code, that just spawns higher. Anchor 2. That could be something. Okay. If I take Fireball, change it to Anchor 0. Let's see what it does. So if we copy Fireball, we bring it in here. So this will overwrite the normal Fireball. There you go. Do we have it? No, I don't. Okay, I don't know why it didn't come with us. Behavior pack, entities. Where's Fireball? Fireball. Okay. Anchor 0. Oh wait, you're so right. Small Fireball is what we need. Forgot which one was which. Thanks for the catch. Yeah, where's small Fireball? I was about to be so confused when that didn't work. Okay, Anchor 0. So, since we just added a new file, we're gonna have to go fully out of Minecraft. Just to make sure. That's already launched. Okay, yep. Just wait a sec. There we go. How many hours are we in on this stream? We're 3.5 hours. I just did my math wrong for a second. I'm like, I thought we were at 3 hours, and then I looked at the time and thought we were at 4. Like 4:30 instead of 3:30. That's fine. I don't know why we're in third person now. This might mess with how other creatures shoot. No. We're gonna fix that now because I don't actually know what that number changes that means. So probably shouldn't be messing with it. Offset? Wait. This is it. This is it. This is absolutely it. This is XYZ. It's half block too high. This is absolutely what we're looking for. Now this is gonna make everything that shoots fireballs shoot them a little bit lower, but I think that's okay. Worth it for the gaslighting. Why'd you type gaslighting? It's the gas ling. Why are we're gonna fix the gaslighting? No, why are you guys calling it gaslighting? Oh, it's like a little high. That's okay. It's like a little off. That's not too bad. There we go. Gaslighting? Why are you typing it wrong? Are we just calling it the gaslighting now? Maybe a bestiary? I'd love to do a bestiary at some point. Also, we should probably see how this affects the blaze. Let's just do this first. Summon blaze. So he like pee fireballs at me now? He shoots them a little lower. I think that's fine. The gasling's a smaller gas so the gasling makes a smaller gasling. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't confused about that. I mean, like, we were just saying gasling earlier, or gas spawn earlier. It seemed weird that everyone, like, switched over for a bit to say gaslighting. Oh, everyone, why are you guys all being crazy? You guys are crazy right now. Okay, maybe I was the one doing a little gaslighting. But there we go. We got him. You read it wrong? No, you typed it wrong. You're crazy. You're crazy. You're crazy. Can't tell any difference with the blaze. Yeah, I think it would take someone who has played Minecraft a lot to notice. Like, I notice. I think like it looks a little weird because blazes always shoot from their face normally. Rage bait, yeah, a little bit. Well, I mean, so we wanted to get 10 rooms done today. We got 1, 2, 3. We got 4. We went 40 minutes overtime. We got 4 done. But hey, 2 new enemies. That's what matters. Yeah, spawn. One might look at this jelly-looking thing and assume it would be fit for consumption. But somehow consists entirely of dry water. Don't ask me how it works. It tastes very bland. 2 out of 10. That's so fair. I mean, the best creature you'll ever lay your eyes upon. I think, to me, the crown still goes to the Skelisnail. I do like the Skelisnail a lot. But I think that's where we're going to wrap it up for today. Thank you, everyone, for watching. We will be back very soon. Probably tomorrow, to be honest. In the meantime, go check out Spellcheck. Link in the description. Which is ending Arc 3. I mean, we're going to be uploading a new series, which will hopefully be a long-running one. I think we have a lot planned for that one. That's going to start next week, and Arc 3 of the main campaign ended an hour ago. I think, judging by how long that episode is, genuinely, like, first people who could possibly finish it would be, like, right now. So, it's 20 past 3 a.m. and I have to wake up at 8 a.m. Yeah, that's fair. That's a pretty good excuse. That's fair. Regardless, though, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in a future stream. Bye, everyone.